P. Diddy is facing serious claims that have turned the music world upside down, and nobody expected Kanye West to come rushing to his side. Yet here we are, two iconic figures colliding at a moment that could shape their reputations for years to come. What makes this even more shocking is that Kanye has involved his daughter, North West, in the midst of this storm, opening a Pandora's box of legal, moral, and family complications. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Beneath this high-profile support lies a tangled web of family strife, unresolved tension, and looming questions about who stands to gain from all this. With rumors swirling around Diddy's alleged physical wrongdoing, fans are left wondering why Kanye, a man who's no stranger to headline-making controversies, would throw himself into the fray. And as for Kim Kardashian, she's not staying quiet, especially now that North's name is on the table. Get ready, because this tale is part investigation, part family drama, and part explosive PR battle. By the end of this story, you'll understand why the stakes couldn't be higher for Diddy, Kanye, Kim, and everyone caught in their orbit. Music mogul Sean Diddy Combs has always been known for his larger-than-life persona and knack for reinvention. From his early days in hip-hop to building a media empire, he consistently placed himself at the center of attention. Now, though, that spotlight feels much hotter than usual. Recent reports indicate that Diddy is under scrutiny for certain hostile actions, claims that have prompted a heated debate among fans and critics alike. Some who followed his career believe there could be more to the story, citing rumors that have surfaced over the years. Others are staunch defenders of the music magnate, insisting that none of these accusations could possibly align with the man they've idolized since the 90s. In any case, the tension escalates daily. Media outlets are dissecting every piece of new information, while social networks erupt into fierce arguments about whether these claims hold water. At the heart of this lies a deeper concern. If the allegations against Diddy gain traction, his influence, both in music and business, could face long-term repercussions. High-profile partnerships might hang in the balance, and the very brand he spent decades cultivating could be tarnished overnight. That alone is a major story, but it's about to get even more complicated thanks to Kanye West. Just when people thought Kanye might lie low after his own controversies, he stepped up with a move that caught everyone off guard: a public show of support for Diddy. The question is, why now? And what does Kanye stand to gain or lose by jumping into the middle of this? Anyone who follows pop culture knows Kanye West isn't afraid to stir the pot. He's sparked countless headlines with his outspoken remarks, public feuds, and sudden pivots in style and messaging. Yet, even the most seasoned Kanye watchers couldn't have predicted this. As stories about Diddy's alleged physical wrongdoing spread, Kanye broke his silence with a stance that seemed to say, "I'm in your corner." Some observers claim it's a strategic move. Kanye has often rebelled against mainstream opinion, and if the mainstream is casting a skeptical eye at Diddy, Kanye's natural inclination might be to push against that. Others suggest it's a show of loyalty rooted in the pair's complicated history, ranging from collaborations and friendships to behind-the-scenes business dealings we'll likely never hear the full details about. What no one saw coming was Kanye's decision to weave his daughter, North West, into this entire conversation. For outsiders looking in, it raised serious eyebrows. Why involve a child in something so loaded with controversy? Is it an attempt to humanize Diddy? Is it a bid for attention? Or something else entirely? The moment Kanye mentioned North in connection with Diddy's name, social media exploded. Some felt it crossed a moral line, arguing that grown men in the midst of serious claims should leave children out of it. Others believed it was a calculated artistic or promotional move, one designed to ignite public curiosity and overshadow the negativity swirling around Diddy. Regardless of motive, the ripple effects would soon reach Kim Kardashian, a force of her own who's fiercely protective of her children's image and future. Initially, many assumed North's involvement might revolve around a cameo or a feature in a track. But it quickly became clear this went deeper. Kanye appeared to be leveraging his daughter's name as a form of symbolic support for Diddy. This, in turn, created a frenzy of speculation. Was North aware of how her name was being used? Did Kim Kardashian give her blessing? Would the trademark protections around North's name come into play? Enter Kim. When the leaked texts emerged, it was obvious she wanted to keep North far away from the maelstrom. After all, Kim had been meticulously maintaining her children's brand rights from the day they were born. She's always been strategic about endorsements, public appearances, and exactly how much exposure her kids get. Now, with talk of hostilities and potential legal pitfalls, her worst fears might be unfolding. Adding fuel to the fire, Kanye's response to Kim was anything but calm. He threatened major fallout if she tried to block North's participation, hinting at a showdown that neither party could easily bounce back from. For Kim, the risk is enormous. She's tried to shield her children from adult-level controversies. But how do you protect your family name when it's being used in a cause that's garnering widespread attention? Kim Kardashian has long been known for her business savvy. Whether it's her successful shapewear line or a flourishing cosmetics empire, she prides herself on controlling her personal narrative. That extends to her children as well. When paparazzi photos of her kids surface, she often moves swiftly to manage how they're portrayed. So, learning that North West's name was entangled in a scenario involving serious claims against Diddy likely sent her protective instincts into overdrive. Screenshots of a conversation between Kim and Kanye circulated online, revealing the tension at play. Kim reminded Kanye about the trademark agreements they initially made to keep their children's names under close watch, insisting that no one should exploit or misuse them. Kanye's response? A vow to escalate if Kim tried to pull the plug. Many watching this high-stakes exchange sympathized with Kim. They argued that any responsible parent would want to prevent a minor from being linked to such a headline-grabbing ordeal. Others, however, sided with Kanye, suggesting he was simply standing up for his creative freedom and his right to involve his own child in projects. The clash then became emblematic of the larger issues that arise when family, business, and public scandal collide. What began as a controversy over serious accusations against Diddy was now morphing into a Kardashian-West showdown, with ripple effects that spanned both social and mainstream media. And at the center stood a child whose name might become a key point of legal contention if the feud escalates. Kanye West and Diddy have shared a complicated relationship for years. Diddy, once known as Puff Daddy, helped shape the direction of hip-hop in the 90s and early 2000s, while Kanye came up as the innovative producer-turned-rapper who broke barriers in music and fashion. Their paths intersected in studios, at award shows, and in mutual business ventures, but they've also had their share of disagreements. Sometimes they appeared to be mentor and mentee, with Kanye acknowledging the groundwork Diddy laid for generations of artists. At other times, they stood on opposite ends of the industry's battleground, vying for influence and cultural sway. Given this back-and-forth dynamic, it's not entirely shocking that Kanye's choice to back Diddy, even amid serious claims, might have deeper roots than loyalty alone. Could it be part of a calculated move to join forces and defy critics? Or is Kanye merely returning a favor from behind closed doors? People familiar with their backstory recall times when Diddy offered Kanye strategic advice, and moments when Kanye name-dropped Diddy in his lyrics as a living legend. There's also the possibility that each man sees a chance to benefit from the other's audience and media clout. Controversy can act like a magnet for attention, and both of these icons have built careers on harnessing that limelight, positive or negative. Yet none of that fully explains why Kanye would drag his daughter into the crossfire. To some, it looks like a grand gesture to show unwavering commitment to Diddy at a time when the mogul's reputation hangs in the balance. To others, it's an impulsive decision that fails to consider how it might affect North and her mother. The only thing certain is that the public's fascination grows with every new revelation. As soon as Kanye's support for Diddy hit social media, fans and critics weighed in at breakneck speed. Hashtags referencing both men trended on multiple platforms, memes popped up, depicting Kanye as a rogue figure who sides with controversy no matter what. Others painted him as a loyal friend, riding into battle to defend someone he believes is misunderstood. But beneath the spectacle, serious questions brewed. Some fans began to wonder if this alliance was motivated by money or power. Could there be undisclosed deals or business opportunities tying their interests together? Is Kanye expecting some kind of reciprocal backing from Diddy for his own endeavors? And how far will Kim go to protect North if the situation escalates? Adding to the chaos are rumors that certain high-profile associates are quietly distancing themselves from Diddy until the dust settles. Anxious corporate sponsors might be mulling whether to continue partnerships or quietly sever ties. Meanwhile, loyalists in both Kanye's and Diddy's camps shout conspiracy theories, insisting that forces in the industry are conspiring to take them down. It's a swirl of speculation, fueled by cryptic social media posts and anonymous insider leaks that only spark more curiosity. Yet, what about the heart of the matter? These serious claims that thrust Diddy into a harsh spotlight. As new information emerges, the question of guilt or innocence remains hotly contested. And now, thanks to Kanye's intervention, the conversation has grown to encompass family dynamics, trademark disputes, and questions about whether children should ever be dragged into adult controversies. When stars of this magnitude collide, the repercussions can be seismic. If the claims against Diddy prove substantial, his empire, spanning music, fashion, and spirits, could face dramatic setbacks. Lawsuits might multiply and brand partnerships could crumble. On the flip side, if the allegations lack evidence and eventually fade, he might emerge unscathed, or even gain sympathy for having been subjected to a public microscope. For Kanye, this move could either reaffirm his image as a trailblazer unafraid to stand by friends in tough times, or it could diminish his credibility if he's seen as condoning harmful conduct. Meanwhile, Kim's reputation as a protective mother could solidify, especially among those who feel children should remain off-limits in adult feuds. Alternatively, some might view her battle with Kanye as just another headline-seeking ploy, given that the Kardashian brand thrives on public intrigue. Industry insiders are watching closely because this saga touches on broader questions of ethics in entertainment. When does artistic collaboration become exploitation? Should children be shielded from controversies of this magnitude, or is it their reality as offspring of global superstars? And how much weight do serious allegations carry if they're overshadowed by spectacle? At the intersection of all these concerns is a swirl of legal papers, potential trademark disputes, and the risk of brand damage. The scenario could rewrite certain unspoken rules in Hollywood and the music business, especially around how minors' identities are protected in high-stakes projects. With so many interlocking threads, Diddy's legal scrutiny, Kanye's vocal endorsement, Kim's unwavering protection of North, this story is far from over. Much hinges on whether the investigation into Diddy escalates, fizzles out, or leads to official charges. That alone could dictate the next round of headlines and how the music world responds to his presence. Kanye, for his part, seems unlikely to back down from his position. He's always marched to the beat of his own drum. And if he believes there's a deeper truth behind Diddy's predicament, he may double down on his support. Or if the situation worsens, Kanye could pivot unexpectedly, a move he's become notorious for. The big question is whether he'll continue tying North's name to the cause or step back out of respect for Kim's wishes. Kim stands on the threshold of a decision that could have major consequences for her family dynamic. If she proceeds legally to enforce trademark limitations, we could witness a very public tug-of-war that brings more drama to the Kardashian West lineage. On the other hand, she might opt for private negotiations to contain the situation, hoping to shield her child from the harsh glare of scandal. In the background, fans and critics alike will be refreshing their feeds, waiting to see the next twist. Will there be a public statement clarifying the nature of Diddy's arrangement with Kanye? Could we see a surprise interview where all parties air their grievances? Or will the entire matter dissolve into an uneasy silence, leaving more questions than answers? One thing's for sure, the stakes are sky high, and any new development could shake the industry yet again. This saga is more than a typical celebrity feud. It's a layered drama involving legal dilemmas, parental instincts, brand protection, and moral debates. On one side, Diddy grapples with serious claims that threaten his entire legacy. On the other, Kanye West emerges as a staunch ally, pulling in his daughter's name for reasons that are still not entirely clear. Meanwhile, Kim Kardashian stands firm, unwilling to see her child used in a narrative she fears could have lasting repercussions. Ultimately, this situation spotlights how personal disputes can become global spectacles in an era when every text message or legal filing can be leaked. It also underscores a greater tension: the line between supporting a friend in a crisis and condoning actions that might be ethically questionable. As fans and followers, we're left to wonder who will come out on top, if anyone. and what the long-term fallout will be for the families and brands involved. For now, the music industry watches with bated breath, bracing for whatever comes next. Will Diddy clear his name, or will the weight of these claims prove too heavy to bear? Will Kanye stand by him no matter what, or switch course if the heat intensifies? And, most poignantly, how will North West's future be shaped by decisions made before she's even old enough to fully understand them? The answers remain unseen, but rest assured, the twists and turns in this story are far from over. Keep your eyes on the headlines because every new development could change the game yet again.